16 foods you should eat frequently to help reverse diabetes. These are the top 16 foods for patients with type 1 and type 2 diabetes. First, eggs. Guys, eating eggs on a regular basis may lower your risk of heart disease in a number of ways. Eggs have been demonstrated to alter the size and form of LDL, or bad cholesterol, lower inflammation, enhance insulin sensitivity, and raise HDL, or good cholesterol. A 2019 study found that eating eggs for breakfast, which are high in fat and low in carbohydrates, may help diabetics control their blood sugar levels throughout the day. So, every morning, have breakfast, but eat a high-fat breakfast. It is untrue to say that eating eggs has been associated with heart disease in diabetics. However, eating 6 to 12 eggs a week as part of a healthy diet for diabetes did not raise risk factors for heart disease among diabetics, according to a recent assessment of controlled research. There you have it. Eating eggs may also reduce the risk of stroke, according to some research. Hi everyone, sign up for our newsletter at sugarmds.com right now if you want to receive weekly updates on unique offers, blogs, and educational content sent to your inbox. Greens with leaves come in second. Green leafy veggies are now low in calories and abundant in nutrients, and voila! It should come as no surprise. They won't have a major impact on blood sugar levels, though, because they are also low in carbohydrates that the body can digest or absorb. These days, spinach, kale, and certain other leafy greens include a variety of vitamins and minerals, including vitamin C. Persons with diabetes may need more vitamin C from their food most of the time, and some research suggests that their vitamin C levels are lower than those of persons without diabetes. Remember that vitamin C is a potent anti-inflammatory and antioxidant. In fact, diabetics can raise their serum vitamin C levels while reducing inflammation and cellular damage by eating more foods high in vitamin C. Avocados come in third. Avocados won't raise your blood sugar because they contain less than 1 gram of sugar, very little carbohydrates, a high fiber content, and beneficial fats. Consuming avocados is also associated with a lower BMI, a better, healthier diet generally, and higher quality diets. Weight loss, indeed. Because of this, avocados are a great snack for diabetics, especially since obesity raises the risk of diabetes. That is still one of the healthiest foods for persons with insulin resistance and prediabetes even if you don't have diabetes, okay? Thus, it truly aids in the prevention of diabetes. According to a 2019 study on mice, the fat molecule known as avocadin B, or AVOB, which is only present in avocados, suppresses incomplete oxidation in the pancreas and skeletal muscle, which lowers insulin resistance. However, there is a lot of evidence that avocados can benefit. Number 4, legumes. Even though we know that additional human study is required when drawing conclusions from mouse studies, although I am aware that not everyone agrees, beans are incredibly healthful, affordable, and nutrient-dense. You require B vitamins, and beans are a legume that is usually high in them. Minerals that nearly all diabetics require in large quantities include calcium, potassium, magnesium, and fiber. Additionally, they have a very low glycemic index, which is crucial for managing your diabetes. Beans may also aid in the prevention of diabetes. Therefore, if you have insulin resistance or prediabetes, you should also eat beans, but in moderation. People who ate beans were less likely to develop type 2 diabetes in a trial with over 3,000 participants who were at high risk for cardiovascular disease. Chia seeds come in at number 5. Now, if diabetic individuals try chia seeds, they will adore them, right? They contain extremely few digestible carbohydrates and a lot of fiber. In actuality, a 28-gram serving of chia seed fiber contains 12 grams of carbohydrates, of which 11 have no effect on blood sugar levels. In fact, fiber can lower blood sugar levels. But how does it do that? By reducing the speed at which food passes through your digestive tract and the rate at which it is absorbed. Because fiber reduces hunger and increases feelings of fullness, chia seeds can help you maintain a healthy weight. If you eat chia seeds at breakfast, they may also help you maintain glycemic control throughout the day. Eating chia seeds helps you lose weight and keep your blood sugar under control, according to a study done on 77 persons with type 2 diabetes who were overweight or obese. Additionally, chia seeds have been demonstrated to help reduce inflammatory indicators and blood pressure. Oily fish are number 6 on the list. What are they? The majority of people enjoy salmon, while very few people enjoy sardines, herring, anchovies, and mackerel. Some folks also adore that. Omega-3 fatty acids, DHA, and EPA are abundant in them, and they are good for your health, particularly if you have diabetes. Therefore, if you are aware of their origins, I would advise eating salmon that has been caught in the wild or even farmed. If the farm is familiar to you, etc. Since diabetics are more likely to develop heart disease and stroke, it is particularly crucial that they regularly consume enough amounts of these fats. Now, endothelial cells, which line your blood vessels, are protected by DHA and EPA. They also lessen inflammation in these cells and may assist to restore arterial performance. Numerous studies have shown that frequent consumption of fatty fish reduces the incidence of acute coronary events, such as heart attacks and strokes. They have a lower risk of dying from cancer or heart disease. Once more, consuming fatty fish may even help regulate blood sugar levels without altering your diet. Here is a study of 68 persons who suffer from obesity or weight issues. According to that study, those who ate fatty fish saw much fewer blood sugar increases after meals than those who either disliked or did not eat fish. Now, fish is also a fantastic source of high-quality protein that helps to stabilize blood sugar levels and keeps you feeling full for at least 5 to 8 hours after eating it. Greek yogurt comes in at number 7. According to a long-term study that included health data from over 100,000 participants, eating yogurt, especially Greek yogurt, daily was linked to an 18% lower risk of type 2 diabetes. Because of its high protein and fat content, it can also help you lose weight and maintain stable blood sugar levels. Yogurt and other dairy products may aid in weight loss and, of course, improve visceral fat, the interior fat composition of persons with type 2 diabetes. Now, what is yogurt as well? Calcium-rich, huh? As we mentioned, it is high in protein, and conjugated linoleic acid, a particular kind of fat, can actually lengthen and make you feel fuller. Make sure you're eating Greek yogurt because it includes 6 to 8 grams of carbohydrates per serving, which is significantly less than normal yogurt. Once more, Greek yogurt will aid in weight loss and try to go for the full fat because it is abundant in protein. You can opt for full fat if you're not trying to lose weight. I don't really care. The next one is nuts. Unless you have a nut allergy, they are delicious, healthy, and everyone likes them. Most nuts have fiber, and as you may know, they are low in net carbohydrates, but some have fewer than others. Regular eating of a range of nuts, almonds and walnuts are probably my favorites, has been demonstrated to lower blood sugar and A1C levels, a 3-month long-term indicator of blood sugar control, as well as reducing inflammation. They even reduce your bad cholesterol, or LDL. Since nuts lower LDL, they may also help diabetics manage their condition more generally. In a 2019 study, 16 individuals with type 2 diabetes were eating tree nuts, such as pistachios, hazelnuts, almonds, and walnuts. I also adore that. In fact, the study participants who consumed those nuts had a significantly decreased risk of heart attacks, strokes, and cardiovascular illness. Of course, if you eat nuts as a snack, for instance, it will help your blood sugar levels. According to a different study, daily consumption of walnut oil improved blood sugar levels in participants with type 2 diabetes. That's crucial because, as you may know, people with type 2 diabetes constantly have blood sugar or insulin surges and are constantly searching for snacks. Nuts will be your best friend. In my opinion, broccoli is your number 9 right now. Why does broccoli matter so much? Because, well, it's the most nutrient-dense vegetable on the planet, okay? My friend, a half cup of cooked broccoli has just 3 grams of digestible carbohydrates and 27 calories. In addition to the fact that you can eat as much as you like, it contains vitamin C and magnesium, all of which are crucial for diabetes. For those reasons, broccoli may now aid in blood sugar control. According to one study, consuming broccoli sprouts actually lowered blood sugar levels. So, there you have it. If you were unaware that the food is medicine, broccoli will help you control your blood sugar levels, so you can use it as medicine or eat it every night with your usual meat or with a meat dish, or anything else. Now, how does this vegetable work as a medication? Because of the actual substances, some chemicals are present, such as sulforaphane, which is present in cruciferous vegetables like broccoli, sprouts, and so on. Extra virgin olive oil will be the next one. Something very significant is present in extra virgin olive oil. We refer to it as oleic acid. Like a medication, it truly improves your glycemic management, is a form of monounsaturated fat, and has antioxidant qualities. Additionally, it improves your post-meal blood sugar and even triglyceride levels in addition to your fasting. That's crucial for diabetics once again because, as you may know, they are the ones who frequently struggle with both their blood sugar and triglyceride levels at the same time. What else does oleic acid do? In fact, it promotes a hormone called GLP-1, which is currently utilized as a medication. So, to enhance your GLP-1 function, you can take olive oil as a medication, alright? To do that, you don't necessarily need to take medication. You need a medication if you require one. You can utilize these meals as medicine, but I'm not saying you shouldn't take your medications. For instance, the only component of fat linked to heart disease was olive oil, according to a comprehensive meta-analysis of 32 research that looked at different aspects of fat. Keep it in mind. Olive oil is also rich in antioxidants called polyphenol. Now, what are the functions of polyphenol? They do, in fact, lessen inflammation. Your blood vessel lining cells are shielded by them. Once more, they provide protection against LDL cholesterol and its oxidation. Additionally, it even lowers blood pressure. Extra virgin olive oil preserves its antioxidants and other advantageous qualities because it is unprocessed. Choose extra virgin olive oil from a reliable supplier if you are having trouble deciding which type of olive oil to use. As is the case with many olive oils, the majority of them are mixed with less expensive oils like maize or soy oils. Thus, take note of that. Flax seeds come in at number 11. Flax seeds are now referred to as linseeds, ordinary flax, or whatever you like. However, they are rich in fiber, heart-healthy omega-3 fats, and other special plant chemicals. For instance, lignans, which comprise a portion of their insoluble fiber, may actually lower the risk of heart disease, which is the leading cause of death for diabetics. Additionally, it actually aids in better blood sugar control. They now reviewed 25 randomized trials. They found a strong correlation between glucose lowering and supplementing with whole flax seeds, another medicinal food for you. Here it is. Even more crucial than lowering blood sugar is lowering blood pressure, which flax seeds may aid with. For instance, daily consumption of flax seed powder decreased blood pressure, improved glycemic control, and decreased insulin resistance in a trial including prediabetics. Once more, don't anticipate this to happen right away, but you will notice a change if you include it in your diet for some time. Although additional research is needed to prevent diabetes, preliminary findings suggest that flax seeds are beneficial for diabetes, the gut, and the heart. Once more, the high viscous fiber content of flax seeds enhances insulin sensitivity, gastrointestinal health, and sensations of fullness, all of which I'm sure most of you will find appealing. Apple cider vinegar or vinegar. That's a well-known subject as well, but let me elaborate. Beyond merely decreasing blood sugar, both apple cider vinegar and ordinary vinegar have numerous other health advantages. Even though apples are used to make it, the fruit's sugar ferments to produce acetic acid. In actuality, the final dish contains fewer than 1 gram of carbohydrates per tablespoon. The meta-analysis of these 6 trials, which included more than 300 individuals with type 2 diabetes, revealed that vinegar does, in fact, raise fasting blood sugar levels and, ultimately, your A1C values. Antimicrobial and antioxidant qualities are just 2 of apple cider vinegar's many health advantages. after that, we realize that further investigation is necessary. You can certainly conduct additional research on this, but we have already demonstrated many advantages. Let's begin by adding 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar to a glass of water. You should do this for every meal that we are developing our own more easily ingested apple cider vinegar gummies. However, you might want to dilute it significantly and add some lemon juice or whatever to make it more pleasant if you want to eat actual vinegar. For the majority of my salads, I usually use it. Our berries, which include blueberries, blackberries, and strawberries, come in at number 13. Alright, the red color of strawberries is due to their high content of antioxidants called anthocyanins. Therefore, if you see a colorful fruit, take it. Alright, these berries include polyphenol, which are healthy plant substances with antioxidant qualities. A 2017 study found that, even in persons without diabetes, ingesting polyphenol from strawberries and cranberries for 6 weeks actually increased insulin sensitivity in those with overweight or obesity disorders. That's crucial since insulin resistance or sensitivity is a significant problem that ultimately leads to the development of diabetes. Additionally, insulin resistance can cause some patients to have a heart attack before developing diabetes. 3 of the 53 calories and 12 grams of carbs in a cup of strawberries are essentially fiber. Additionally, 1 single serving provides over 100% of the dietary allowance of vitamin C. There you have it, eat some strawberries, and you'll be fine. Some extra anti-inflammatory qualities as well. Once more, we're going to discuss garlic now, of course. Number 14 is that, given its small size and low calorie content, garlic is highly healthful, right? Once more, numerous studies have demonstrated that garlic can help control blood pressure, cholesterol, and glucose levels. The weight of 1 garlic clove is around 3 grams. That's all. Squash comes in at number 15. It's nice that squash is so popular, isn't it? Naturally, squash comes in a wide variety, but it's also one of the healthiest veggies. It's dense now that it's a satisfying meal. It will satisfy your hunger and usually contains very little calories and a low glycemic index. As you are aware, winter squashes with hard shells include butternut, pumpkin, and acorn kinds. Additionally, there is a summer squash with delicious, soft peels. For instance, our most popular types for that are Italian squash and zucchini. Additionally, squash has a lot of antioxidants. Much like most veggies, you can substitute squash for sweet potatoes because it has less sugar than the latter too. It's a great alternative. Now, studies have also demonstrated that pumpkin polysaccharides, which are present in squash, enhance insulin sensitivity and glucose tolerance in addition to eventually lowering serum glucose levels. While there hasn't been much research on humans, as far as we know, numerous studies on animals have demonstrated that squash can lower blood sugar levels really quickly. Now, one of the fruits we employ in our supplements is bitter melon, which has the most potency when concentrated. It makes sense why we included it in our supplement. More human research is required to verify this, but once more, I believe squash is a safe option for diabetics looking to lower their blood sugar levels. Next up are shiitake noodles. Shiitake noodles are a great way to lose weight and manage diabetes. Why? The reason for this is that these noodles contain a lot of glucosamine. The dry fiber from konjac roots is called glucosamine. If you would like to revisit, we also have other videos regarding topic. However, this plant is primarily cultivated in Japan and turned into shiitake. It can be rice or noodles, and as we mentioned earlier, the viscous fiber called glucosamine helps you feel content and full. Furthermore, it has been demonstrated to significantly reduce blood sugar levels after consumption and improve heart disease risk factors, particularly in those with diabetes, prediabetes, or insulin resistance. Data analysis for it as well. Now, for instance, in diabetic rats, glucosamine markedly reduced the levels of blood insulin, cholesterol, and fasting glucose. A 100-gram portion of shiitake noodles has only 10 calories and 3 grams of digestible carbohydrates. Usually, These noodles are filled with a fishy-smelling liquid that may not be to everyone's taste, but as long as you rinse them well before using them, you should be fine. I swear. To get that noodle-like texture, if you're like pasta, the noodles should then be cooked for a few minutes, usually in a skillet over high heat and so on, without any additional fat. Well, my friend, there you have it. I sort of come up with a list of 16 delicious meals that you should try. Get it set up by looking up recipes and other materials included in your diet. You'll adore it, I believe. Once more, for additional resources and information, visit our website at sugarandbeans.com, and you know what? If you don't want to miss my future video, please subscribe. Hello everyone, I hope you have already subscribed and are enjoying this channel so far. Do it if you haven't already. Watch this video right there if you did. That should be helpful to you as well.